Good morning, guys. This is Abhishek here. Welcome to today Abhishek Study Circle. So today we are going to discuss about the eSHRAM portal. So we will understood what is the eSHRAM portals, why it was required a government to create a eSHRAM portals. And before going to understood about the eSHRAM portal, we need to understood why it was required to create the eSHRAM portals. Okay. So as we know, Supreme Court is there. So Supreme Court has directed to the government of India to make a registration process or to complete the registration of the unorganized worker. Okay, those who are not unorganized or informal worker to complete their registration so that we can know how many workers they are working on the unorganized sector. Okay, so that they can avail the welfare benefit that is given by the government. Okay, so government has started the registration, and as of now there are 38 organized worker has been identified. 38 crore, it's not a 38, and the government has basically identified these worker in different fields, different sectors. Okay, the first one is unorganized worker, that I was working as a constructor worker, then migrant worker, then gig worker. Gig worker is like who is working as a freelancer or who is working as a food delivery. Those kind of workers coming under the gig worker. Then domestic worker is there, then agriculture worker is there, and street worker is there. Okay, so what exactly the governments are doing? Basically governments are collecting the national database. Okay, it is a national database under the eSHRAM portal. Okay, so this national database for the unorganized worker will be there. Okay, inside the portal, inside the database, all the unorganized worker will be collected. Okay, and this was collected by the Ministry of Labor and Employment. Okay, guys, so this particular ministry is organized the collecting the data for the unorganized worker. Okay, so the questions in a prelims they can ask, what is the eSHRAM portals and which ministry it is coming, and eligibility for the registration on an eSHRAM portal. Okay, so how we can say who can register on this? Okay, first thing, the person will be working as an unorganized worker. If it is not a formal worker, it should be informal worker. Okay, and those are not availing any kind of state benefit, just like they should not be registered if they are eligible for that EPFO or ESIC holders. So they are not eligible for that. If they are holding the EPFO, Employment Provident Fund organizations, if they have registered on this and they are getting the benefit on this, so they are not eligible for the registration on an eSHRAM portal. Second one is Employment State Insurance Corporations. Okay, so if anybody is registered on this, then they are also not eligible for the guys registration on the eSHRAM portal. Okay, and that worker age should be, those worker age should be between the 16 year to 59 year. Okay, if the worker is registered under the eSHRAM portals, okay, and by mistake accidentally they meet an accident, okay, so he will be eligible for 2 lakh rupees if the person has been died accidentally, or if he faced permanent disability, so they are eligible for the 2 lakh rupees. But if person is got a partial disability, that is not a permanent, that means if he's got a fractured or some other injuries he got it, that is a partially disabled, so that means he will get the 1 lakh rupees under the eSHRAM portal. Okay, once you register under the eSHRAM portal, guys, then there will be a eSHRAM card will be issued to the unorganized worker, and this card will be containing the 12-digit unique number. Okay, so how you are going to register on this? You have to go to directly to the Ministry of Labor and Ministry of Labor and Employment full website, and there directly you can register on this. You have to fill your some information like your Aadhaar card that is linked with your mobile number. Okay, and mobile number, and then you will get the OTP, and you have to enter the OTP, and it will automatically generate the eSHRAM card. Okay, so once you register on the eSHRAM card, then you will be eligible for getting the benefit of the whatever the government is providing under the eSHRAM portal. Okay, so that's all information, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you guys.